Okay, so basically we're starting review on the sections of transformations that we've done so far, which are reflections, translations, and rotations. That is what the quiz will be on. And again, I told you that you grabbed a quiz review. That is what your quiz looks like. Very, very, very similar questions are on that review worksheet. So we'll actually go over that tomorrow, and we're also going to do some composition and reflections and maybe have something to finish from today. So today, right now, we're just really reviewing. We're going to reflect triangle Sue, but we got to label it first. She needs her labels, S-U-E. Okay, and then you got to know that we're reflecting in the y-axis. So the y-axis, I'm going to highlight. Okay, and so now you might know already what to do. So if you do, you can go faster than I am if you like. Just double check all your answers. So S is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left of the line where the y-axis is. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right and call that S prime. U is 1 to the right, so we'll go 1 to the left and label it U prime. And then E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left of the y-axis. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. That's E prime. Now, we also had a rule which said to multiply the x values by -1. But if it's in the coordinate plane, might as well just do it. Okay, and then connect the points to draw your triangle. And if you wish to use a ruler, you certainly may. Make it look a little better. Okay, so now I got Pam over here. I'm going to label it. And then we're going to reflect this time in the x-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal axis. And reflecting over the x-axis, point P is 3 above the x-axis, so we'll go straight down 3 below. Label it P prime. A is 2 above, so reflect it over 2 down. And M is 1 below the x-axis, so go vertical with the x-axis up and label M prime. Then we'll draw the triangle. Now, the rule that we had for reflecting in the x-axis was to multiply the y values by -1. Change the sign of the y's. Anybody need this page? Okay, number 3. Reflect over the line x equals 2. Can someone tell me what the line x equals 2 looks like, what kind of line it is? It is vertical. Okay, x equals 2 is a vertical line. Oops. All right, so you go over to where x is 2 on the x-axis, but you go up and down because it stays 2. And this one's already been labeled quiz. So we're going to reflect Q. It's 2 away from that vertical line x equals 2. So we go 2 to the right of it with Q prime. U is 1 to the right, so we go 1 left. I is 1 to the left, so we go 1 to the right. And Z is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Go back to the line and go 4 to the right. Connect your points. All right, any questions on that? Okay, now I've taught you or talked to you before about the next one. The line y equals x. The line y equals x has points on it like, good, you remember, Bryce, 1, 1, 0, 0, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and then going the other way, -1, -2, look, they all match, okay? Now, this thing you can tell is not square because it didn't go from corner to corner, actually, so sorry about that. It's easy when it goes corner to corner on the grid, but that's because this has actually one more line to the left than it does to the right. Now, it's called this thing FGH, and it's labeled. I'm going to show you how to physically do it without the rule, and then I'm going to remind you of the rule. I actually remember the rule because of what I do right now. If I wanted to pop F over the line that's green here, I could count the diagonals. I can go across that square once. I know these aren't perfectly square. One time and then a half a time. I'm going to do that on the other side. Half a diagonal plus a whole diagonal. So F prime should land right there. I went like this. I counted how far that was, and that was. So that was one diagonal and a half. So I went half and another one diagonal. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you a rule, too, because you're going to have the rule written down. So if that point F is at the location 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's at 3, 6. Now, I've already shown you where F prime is. It's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So what happened to the point? The X and the Y switch, okay? Switch X and Y. That's what you got to do to go over that line. Okay? So if you have to switch X and Y, here's another way for you to do it. So you go find H is at -3, 3. You're going to switch X and Y. So you're going to go to 3, 1, 2, 3, +3, and -3. So H prime is going down here. Now let me show you again about the diagonal thing. If I went at the line through the diagonals, I would go 1 diagonal, 2 diagonals, 3 diagonals, 1 diagonal, 2 diagonals, 3 diagonals. Bam. That's another way to look at it. G is 1 diagonal and a half away, so it should go right here. So let's check it out with the rule, though. The 0, -3 is where G is. If you switch X and Y, it's 3, 0. Oh, there's G prime. All right, so let's go ahead and draw it. What color was I using? I was using purple for a while there, and I threw in the red. Okay, so connect those new points. That's how it would look. What a mess. I have a lot of stuff on there. I'm going to get rid of this part. But anyway. I like those. Okay? So you're going to have the rule in your list. Just switch X and Y. And we've written it in our own words also. Okay, now I'm going to try this. This one I'm not testing you on, and I did not give you a rule for. So we're going to figure this one out together right now. Has anybody done it and think they have it? The line Y equals -X. Yeah, instead of going that way, it's going to go that way. Yep. So the points that will be on it will be stuff like this. 0, 0, 1, negative 1. Okay, it's just where the signs are opposite for X and Y. And this is how it works out. It's, again, our grid is not evenly spaced, meaning it doesn't have the same number of spaces going up and down. It's not squared off. All right, so now to reflect it, I'm going to have to go by those diagonals, okay? So if I look at where D is right located, where it's at the same place. So D prime is at D prime because it's right on the line. But when we do C, we're going to have to go 1 diagonal, 2 diagonals, 3 diagonals, 3 to get to the line. And then we can go 1, 2, 3 to the other side. And then I'm going to look at what happened. This is where C prime goes. It's at 1, negative 5. So what happened to this points were, you're going to change the sign of X and switch X and Y is what's happening. So we're still switching them, but we're changing the sign of one. So this is going to go to 1 diagonal, 2 diagonals, 3 diagonals, 4 diagonals, 5 diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. There's going to be B prime. I'm just going to count the diagonals. And then A, 1 diagonal, 2 diagonals and a half. 1 half, 1, 2. A prime should go here. You know what I meant by a diagonal, right? It's across a square, not from side to side. Okay? Now, we got Tony. We're going to reflect Tony over the line y equals 1. We did one with x equals 1. What kind of line is a y equals 1? Okay, horizontal. Oh gosh, that doesn't like me. Oops. It is a horizontal line. Y equals 1 is right here. Okay, Tony's already labeled, and we're going to reflect over that. T's 1 below, go 1 above for T prime. O is 2 above, go 2. Oh, O and N just trade places. And then Y is 4 below. So Y prime is 4 above. Make sure you're counting from the blue line. Did I forget to reflect one of them? No, I got to connect the T. Oops. Okay, and the last one, I think. No, yes. We got 2 things to do. Reflect triangle ABC over the y-axis. And then reflect that over the x-axis. So first we're going over the y. I think we know what to do, so I'm oh my pen is stuck. So I'm gonna wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to C. Oh, I lost my pen. Okay. Connect those. Now, after we do this, it says then reflect ABC over the x-axis. A prime, B prime, C prime. Not the original figure. So I'm going to be doing a double reflection over two intersecting lines. Now, I have to go over this line now. A is one above, A double prime, and then you double prime, label it. Okay, get it sketched. Now, what I would like to ask is, and see if you can come up with an answer, where did B end up in all? From the original to B double prime. What happened? Okay, Evans, good, good. What, anybody else want to, I know everybody couldn't hear what Evans said. He said it rotated 180. That's it. You see it, guys? Going from here to here? All right, now here's how you could tell too. Remember, any reflection over a double, intersecting lines is a rotation. If it went over two parallel lines, then it was a translation. It's a slid. So intersecting lines and you reflect twice over them, you're going to get a rotation. All right, so that's something we want to remember. It will be on a quiz or test. Let me visually show you how you can even tell that it did that. If you connect B to, well, that didn't work, right? Okie dokie. If I get the highlighter, it will. All right, if I go from B to B, original B, the B prime, you see how I went straight through the origin? And that's a 180-degree rotation. Okay, if you went from C to C, original C, there you go again, right through the origin. Any of them connected, and you'll see that. And the A's covered up now. Okay. Translating now. That was reflecting. Now let's do a little practice on translations, ladies, in the back. This says to go 6 units left and 1 unit down. What would that look like as a vector? Okay, good. -6 for left. Yes, I saw your little air drawing there. That was good. And -1 would be down. That, and you have to put it in those pointy brackets. Okay? Now, let's just move the points. Physically, left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 1. And then, of course, label the prime notation. By the way, on the quiz, labeling counts. If you don't label, you will lose points. You have to label things. O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, down 1. And T, we'll go there. All right, so then, I wish it was hot, but it's not hot out at all, is it? Okay. It's not supposed to get out of the 40s this week. There is our translated hot triangle. Ha ha ha. Anybody need this? All right, next one. Go ahead and translate. What would the vector -2, -4 mean to do? Dariana? What would that mean? Perfect. Yep. I'm just trying to ask somebody something here and there. Gosh. Left 2 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this would be W prime. There would be Z. X is like kind of right on that. So sometimes there will be parts that overlap. Don't think it's wrong because of that. And you don't have to color it in, but that one was a little hard to see. Is everything good? Okay, number 3. What is the translation vector for the figure shown? Okay, and how do you know where to start? A regular M. Okay, and it could be L or N, but one of them has to be, it has to be where you begin, has to be one that doesn't have the prime notation. So we're going to go M to M prime and count. How do you move to get there? The first number is left or right, which needs to be the X or horizontal move to get there. Do not do a slope. Okay, it's not like slope. It's like a point. The X value comes first. So we're going to have to go, I'm just going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I have to go up 2. So 6, 2 is the vector. All right. Now these questions that on the back. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple. I'd like you to finish them. And then I want to talk about the rotations worksheet briefly. What vector describes the translation of going from A to B? Okay, so you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh dear, 7, 8, and then I had to go 8 left. So the first number is -8. All right, next I have to come down. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. -14. Okay, I think you can count those off, correct? Now let me show you what this means, number 7. Okay, you guys do those. Don't scratch them out. All right, I want to show you how to do 7. What's the image of A under translation of 1, -3? Well, if you take A and you go right 1 and down 1, 2, 3, you would be here, which is what location? It's a point. Yeah, so A prime would go to 6, 3. Yep, the X number comes first, the Y number comes second. Okay, so that's how you do those. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes, and then I'm going to ask you guys what you got. Okay, what was your vector for number 5 to describe this, Kylie? 11 what, honey? Thank you. Any problems with that? 11 -8? They may not get that, and we want to talk about it. We're going from C to D. So 11 units that way and 8 down. Sounds pretty reasonable to me. Yep, that's correct. All right, what about the vector for number 6? Lexi? 8, what's we? -7, thank you. How are we doing? We good with that? Pardon? You said 7? Is it +7, guys? -17? Okay, is it that? Oh, wait a minute. E to A. Oh, wait. 8 down 1. You went to the wrong point. That's okay. We're just fixing it then. So you went 8 right. You went down to D, didn't you? And that was negative 17? Okay. So it's not that you don't know. You just accidentally went to the wrong one. Okay, so it's 8, 1. Oh, it was down 1 though, right? So negative 1. All right. How about number 8? Where did D go? What point did D become when it translated to 1? Angel? Well, you move it right 2 and up 1. Where are you? You'd be at 6, negative 5. All right, and that was a point, guys. That's why I showed you one example. Bryce? You want to tell me number 9? Negative 6, 6. Are we in agreement? Okay, great. Thank you. And 10. Emily? Sorry, negative 6, did you say? Are we all good with that? Anybody need to talk about that? All right, great. Thank you for answering. All right, and now find the slope. All right, some of us had some issues with how to tell something. If lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. For whatever reason, we just can't seem to get stuck in our heads what it means to be perpendicular. So let's talk about it again. Let's see what the slope is for these lines. We got y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 for our formula, which is displayed on the wall. You need to know that x1, x is the first number in an ordered pair, and y's are the second numbers in an ordered pair. If you don't know that, then the formula means nothing. We subtract our y's first. 7 minus 5 on top. Subtract your x's, 2 minus 3 on the bottom. We simplify it to 2 over negative 1, and then we simplify it one more step. You do not leave it the 2 over negative 1. You write negative 2. Okay, that's the slope of that line. Now we're going to find the slope of the line through C and D. We got x1, y1, x2, y2 again. The process is subtract your y's. 10 minus 9. Negative 4 minus negative 6. When you just use a calculator if you're not great with your integers. 10 minus 9, of course, is 1. I hope everybody does that without a calculator. Negative 4 minus negative 6 would become negative 4 plus 6, which would be positive 2. All right, now, negative 2 and positive 1/2. Those are special, have a special relationship. These are reciprocals, and they are also opposite in sign. So they are negative reciprocals of one another. If slopes are negative reciprocals, then the lines are perpendicular that have those slopes. Okay, some of you thought they were just needed to be opposite. Can we stop twirling the rulers? Thank you. A couple people twirling rulers. No, tempting, isn't it? I get it. Some of you understand this, and some of us just don't still get it. They're not just opposites, all right? And they're not just reciprocals. They have to be flipped over and the opposite sign. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. For lines to be parallel, the slopes must be the same number, okay? And sign. Now, these lines, let's see what their slopes are. All right, so we go through quick and we do our formula. 11 minus 8, 2 minus negative 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. 2 minus negative 3 is 5. So 3/5 is the slope of the line through those A and B points. And then for the second set, Find the slope. See if you can get it before me. You already did? Okay, what did you get, Priscilla? -4/7. That's correct. And these would not have a relationship then because they are not the same slope and they are not opposite or negative reciprocals. So these are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Okay, let's just do a couple. I want to make a couple notes on this worksheet. I am not going to have you going clockwise because we did not get a rule for that. Okay, maybe you're already wondering about that. So I would like you to take, we're going to change these. I would like you to take out the word clockwise on number 1. And on number 2, I want you to knock out the word clockwise and also change 90 to 270. I didn't like what the worksheet, the program that made this worksheet produced. Okay, let me give you a couple more hints. We can leave number 3 the way it is and number 4 because it's 180. Oh, neither of those say clockwise though, right? Good. They're supposed to always be counterclockwise, and that's what our rules say. All right, so we're going to get rid of clockwise on the number 5. Okay, and we already did, I think there were already were there already 2 90s? Yeah, let's change that one to 270. Practice that rule. And then number 6, 180 instead of 90. Sorry for all that, but that's what I'd like you to do to practice because those are the kinds you have to do on the quiz Wednesday. And we're about out of time. We'll go over a few more of these tomorrow, and we're going to do our review for the quiz.